You better not send the drops unless that shit for sure. And when they do say yeah, we get to screaming out, let's go. No, I fuck on bitches, he gon' have his hoe. You wasn't in the trap before I got hold to them bowls.
Alright, what's up, y'all? This is Deshaun and I'm in this bitch. And today I'll be doing a video based on, you got the cafeteria thing where it's the where would you sit at. I already did the Cartoon Network version of this video on, where I would sit, which table I would sit at. But today, what we're basically discussing is the birth years. I'm pretty much gonna predict where each birth years from 80s babies to people born in 2010. And I'm pretty much gonna do based on the majority of the people. Obviously it's gonna be some people that's like, I'll sit, I'm this age and I'll sit at that table, but I'm doing like niggas that's majority, like pretty much the stereotypical answer on which table people born like from the 80s all the way to 2010, 2011, probably 2010. I'll probably end it at 2010. Pretty much where would they sit at based on these tables? Obviously I'm gonna first do like more than one, like the different tables. I feel like people born in such and such year would sit at. And then at the end, I'm a challenge myself and pretty much choose a table born from like each year from 1980 all the way to 2010 and pretty much try to choose one which I feel like will be the most popular table based on when people was born. That's gonna be tough, especially for the 90s babies. That's gonna be real tough because I know the 90s babies, even the 2000s babies, they're gonna have like a lot of multiple tables because they grew up when Cartoon Network was popping, nigga. So obviously before I get into it, obviously which table I would choose. I'm gonna name the table first. With the red table, you got the Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack, and Teen Titans. At the black table, you got Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Codename Kids Next Door, and The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. At the blue table, you got Adventure Time, Regular Show, and Steven Universe. At the white table, you got Star Wars, The Clone Wars, Generator Rex, and Total Drama. At the pink table, you got Ben 10, The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, and Justice League. At the gray table, you got Batman, the animated series, The Looney Tunes Show, and Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. At the yellow table, you got Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, and Ed, Edd n Eddy. At the purple table, you got Chowder, Camp Lazlo, and Courage the Cowardly Dog. At the orange table, you got Young Justice, OKKO, Let's Be Heroes, and We Bare Bears. And then last but not least, at the green table, you got Clarence, Craig of the Creek, and The Amazing World of Gumball. So that's all 10 of the tables. They named them all. Obviously, which the tables I would sit at, like I said on the previous video, I was talking about this. I'll pretty much be going back and forth throughout the whole week between the red table, black table, and yellow table. Those three tables just lit as hell. Like, honestly, those three tables, you can't go wrong with none of those three tables I just named. I also said the blue table from time to time for Regular Show, but I'll mainly be at the red table, the black table, or the yellow table because they just too goddamn lit, nigga. Like, they just lit as hell. Like, in terms of if I had to choose one and only one, I would choose the black table because, I mean, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Codename Kids Next Door, and then the Billy and Mandy niggas, like, that shit would be hella entertaining, bro. Like, you got the K&D squad, you got the Foster's Home squad, then you got Billy and Mandy and everything that's with them. Like, that table will be entertaining as fuck. That table will be bad as hell. So I'll probably choose the black table. Then the red table, a close second, because I really fuck with the Powerpuff Girls and Teen Titans. Those were my shits. Like, I wouldn't mind hanging with them niggas. And they got Samurai Jack in there, which was okay. It was cool. Yellow table would be third, but it would be a close third because you got the Ed, Ed, and Eddie niggas. And then you got Dexter, and then you got Johnny Bravo. So, like, them three tables are just lit as hell. But I'll definitely choose the black table, red table, close second, then yellow table. So, I'm going to get started. I would do a Nickelodeon version of this, but the Nickelodeon tables I done seen with, like, where would you sit at with the cartoon characters, it's just not as good as the Cartoon Network version. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I gotta make my own Nick table, because I feel like the Nick table could be, the ones I've seen could be better than it actually is. Like, to me, the Cartoon Network one is damn near flawless. Damn near. Like, the only thing I really got a problem with, I feel like pink table, instead of Justice League, which I know a lot of people gonna be mad, instead of Justice League, I would honestly put My Gym Partner's a Monkey in that table. I feel like that would be a better fit. Ben 10, Flapjack, and My Gym Partner's a Monkey, I feel like that would be a better fit than Justice League. Like, that's honestly how I feel, but that's just me. You know, My Gym Partner's Monkey came out a day before Ben 10, so they're a day apart. Like, they almost twins, alright? Like, they in the same era. My Gym Partner's Monkey and Flapjack, they're kind of in the same era a little bit. So, you know, My Gym Partner's Monkey, Ben 10 in the same era. Ben 10 and Flapjack in the same era. So they all kind of around the same era. I mean, Justice League, I don't even think Justice League was still playing on Cartoon Network when My Gym Partner's Monkey and Ben 10 came out. So, I mean, I feel like there'll be a better fit on the pink table, either My Gym Partner's a Monkey or Johnny Test. But, I mean, it's cool. It ain't no big deal. But, yeah, I'm going to get started. So, obviously, with the early 80s babies, I'm going to get them out of the way. Them niggas, from what I know, them niggas didn't really grow up on Cartoon Network like that. Like, the Cartoon Network they grew up with was Hanna-Barbera, like straight Hanna-Barbera. Straight Hanna-Barbera, bro. Like, that's what pretty much Cartoon Network was during, like, most of the 90s, was straight Hanna-Barbera. Like, you know, even when, you know, the early cartoons came around, like when Dexter's Lab came out, Johnny Bravo, Cow Chicken, I Am Weasley, it was still like 98% Hanna-Barbera. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really think the cartoons really started filling up the schedule even a little bit until like 99. So, like, honestly, I'm putting all the early 80s babies in this category. So 1980, 1981, 1982, 1983. Matter of fact, I'll put the early and mid 80s baby. So 1980, 1981, 1982, 1983, 1984, 1985, and 1986 borns. So the mid 80s babies, I feel like the only option is the grade table. You know, because, you know, Looney Tunes old as hell. Like, everybody grew up with that pretty much. Everybody grew up with Scooby-Doo. Everybody grew up with Batman. So I feel like the only table they'll choose the grade table, because everything else, you know, it was too old for it, bitch. Like, so people born from like 1980 to 1986 borns, I feel like they will all pretty much choose the grade table. All of them would pretty much choose the grade table. That's just me. 86 borns might choose yellow because, you know, Dexter's Laboratory and Johnny Bravo, but I feel like 1980 to 1986 borns, they all choosing the grade table. It's just, that's it. You know, that's it. They all choose the grade table. So, for 1987 borns, I feel like most of them will also choose the grade table. Yeah. At least with the Cartoon Network version, 80s babies gonna be kind of, for the most part, most of the 80s babies is cut and dry. You know what I mean? Cause it's just cut and dry, bro. Like, Cards Negro didn't really come into prominence like that until like in the late 90s. So, you know, all of them niggas grew up on Nick more. So for 1987 babies, I also feel like most of them choosing the gray table. You may get some that choose yellow. You may get some that will choose yellow. I can see some of them choosing the yellow table, again, because of Dexter's Laboratory and Johnny Bravo. And maybe Ed, Edd n Eddy, but I feel like mainly because of Dexter's Laboratory and Johnny Bravo. But I still feel like the majority of them choosing the gray table, because Batman, Looney Tunes, Scooby-Doo, even though it's like the Looney Tunes show, which if it's the Looney Tunes shows I'm thinking about, that shit came out in 2011, and then Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated came out in 2010, and then you got the Batman animated series. I still feel like, yeah, like it's like, you know, newer versions, like those grown-up versions came out, but it's still, at the end of the day, the Scooby-Doo niggas, the Scooby-Doo franchise, the Looney Tunes niggas, it's still the characters they know and love, so it's like, they choosing the gray table. You know, like, majority of 80s babies choosing the gray table. Now, when you get to 1988 borns, 1988 babies, again, I feel like the majority is choosing the gray table, but I can see a lot of them choosing the yellow table too. Like, more of them would choose the yellow table. I feel like it would be more gray than yellow, but I feel like several of them would choose the yellow table. Several of them would choose the yellow table too, but most of them still choosing the gray table, because again, Batman, Looney Tunes, Scooby-Doo is just, it's timeless. But I can see some of them choosing yellow. Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, Ed, Edd n Eddy, I can see it. So over 88 borns, I feel like it'll still be like a good amount of gray, but I feel like it'll be a lot of yellow in there. Like, a lot of niggas is choosing yellow. In terms of 1989 borns, I feel like theirs is yellow and gray. Now, for 1989 borns, a lot of them is choosing yellow. A lot of them niggas is choosing yellow, definitely. I feel like theirs will probably be more yellow than anybody. I feel like it'll be yellow and then gray, because I feel like you still have niggas choosing Batman, the Looney Tunes show, and Scooby-Doo there, but I feel like it'll be more yellow. I feel like for 1989 borns, it'll be a lot more yellow, because them niggas actually, like, grew up watching all that shit. Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, Ed, Edd n Eddy. So I feel like for 1989 babies, it'll be yellow and gray. For 1990 babies, I feel like, again, the majority will be yellow. The majority will be yellow. Definitely. They definitely choosing yellow. They definitely choosing yellow. Like, yellow will be the majority. Again, Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, and Ed, Edd n Eddy. Yeah, 1990 babies is definitely choosing yellow. Most of them niggas choosing yellow. I ain't gonna lie. You may have some choose gray, but most of them niggas is choosing yellow. And outside of yellow and gray, is just, I don't really see them choosing anything outside of those two. I don't see them choosing. You may get a few that would choose red, maybe, because of the Powerpuff Girls and Samurai Jack. But I don't really think too many of them would choose red. I mostly think they're choosing yellow. And I feel like yellow, some gray, and then maybe like squeeze a little bit of red, and there's just a tiny tad bit, but not too much. So mainly yellow, and then some gray. For 1991 babies, I think, again, yellow would definitely be the majority. You know, Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, Ed, Edd n Eddy. I feel like yellow would be the majority for 1991 babies, definitely. And then I feel like after yellow, after yellow, I feel like it'll mostly be yellow. Again, some people would choose red because of the Powerpuff Girls and Samurai Jack. I can see some people choosing red. And then Teen Titans too. I can see some choosing red for 1991 Borns. Maybe a little bit of gray, but you gonna, as the years go on, you're gonna see less and less gray because more options. But I mainly feel like it's for 1991 Borns. It's mainly yellow. Like it's mostly yellow. They mostly gonna choose the yellow table, and then you might have a tiny tad bit of red. You will have a little bit of red in there. You'll have a little bit of red for 91 Borns. Yeah, you have a little bit of red. Now for 1992 Borns, this is 1992 Borns. They're definitely choosing the yellow table. I feel like for 1992 Borns, it's definitely yellow and red. Yellow and red. Those would be like the two biggest tables for 1992 Borns. I feel like you would definitely have a little bit of black in there because of Codename Kids Next Door and Billy and Mandy. So it would definitely be a little bit of black in there. Let me look at the other ones. Yeah, those are the main three I see in 1992 Borns. In terms of who would have the most for the yellow and red, I feel like for 1992 Borns, I feel like yellow table would still like have the most, but the red table would definitely be second. The red table would definitely have a lot too. Between the Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack, and Teen Titans, the red table would definitely have like quite a few votes for the 1992 Borns, and I can see the black table having like several too. So for 1992 Borns, you're definitely gonna see yellow table votes, red table votes, and then you're gonna see like some black table votes, but it's most like yellow and red. But I feel like yellow would still have the most, but the red table got like huge representation for them. Definitely have huge representation. For 1993 Borns, it's the same. I feel like you're definitely gonna have yellow table there. You definitely gonna have a lot of niggas choosing the red table, and you're gonna even have more people choosing the black table. Definitely gonna have a lot more people choosing the black table as well. And again, that's it. That's the main three for 1990. For 1993 Borns, that would be the main three: yellow table, red table, black table. In terms of who would have the most for them, who would have the most, I feel like again it'll be between yellow and red. But the black table will have a lot of votes too though. I feel like the black table will have a lot of votes too, but I still feel like it'll mainly be between yellow and red on who would have the most for 1993 Borns. In terms of who would have the most, I honestly can't tell you. Like, but I feel like it'll be pretty close between yellow and red. It'll be pretty close. That shit will be close as hell. Like, I honestly couldn't tell you who would have the most. If I had to make a guess, I feel like yellow table still probably would have the most, but it'll be close as hell. Red table definitely second, and then black would be third. But those would be like the main three definitely that would have like huge representation with the 1993 Borns. In terms of 1994 Borns, again, definitely yellow table is gonna get voted in. Definitely red table. Definitely black table again. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. Those, again, for 1994 Borns, those would be the main three tables. Like, those would be the main three. And theirs would really be all over the place. I feel like for 1994 Borns, it would really be even between yellow, red, and black. It'll be close as hell. Like, I honestly can't tell you who will be in first for 1994 Borns. I feel like again, it'll be between yellow and red, but black will have a shit ton of votes too. Black will have a shit ton of votes. Like they will have hella votes. But I feel like it would still be between it would still be between yellow and red. With 1994 Barnes, it will still be between yellow and red, like mainly. And it will be even tighter than the year before. In terms of who would have the most votes between yellow and red for 94 Barnes, that's the hard prediction, dog. That shit would be close as hell, like even closer than the previous year. Cause it's like we at a point now where it's hard. Like it really just it's pretty much off preference at this point. Cause yellow table is huge for them in their childhood. Red table is huge. Black table is huge, but black table isn't as huge as yellow and red because it's newer. But black table, a lot of niggas I feel like would still choose black table for 94 Barnes. But I feel like more would choose yellow and red. Like that would be a close ass race. Yellow and red for 94 Barnes, that shit would be close as hell. It really depends. Honestly, it just really depends. Like if a motherfucker born in 94 like action more or comedy more, like that's what it really comes down to. That's what it really comes down to. I feel like Yellow Table would still slightly have it though. Because again, them shows was just around longer. You know, so like they probably don't even remember when none of them shows really came out for real. Like they wasn't in elementary when them shows came out on the Yellow Table. Like they was even in elementary yet. You know, they might. I feel like Yellow Table will probably have the most votes, but it'll be close as hell. Red will be right behind them, and then even the Black Table wouldn't be too far behind. Now for 1995 Borns, it's the same. Yellow Table, Red Table, Black Table. That's the main three. That's the main three. Those three tables were really hit big with like the mid 90s. The mid 90s babies, yellow, red, and black is everything. Like when you think of cartoon, like when they think of Cartoon Network, they think of those shows in those three tables. Like shit is big. Obviously Courage the Cowardly Dog too, but the fact that Courage the Cowardly Dog is in a table with, you know, with like shows, like newer shows, it's, you know, it suffers from that, so they're not getting called, but they definitely think of Courage too. But, you know, more like people born from like 1993 to 1997, they think of Cartoon Network, they think of them shows in the like yellow, black, red table, like that was their whole childhood pretty much with them shows on Cartoon Network. So like it may sound repetitive right now, but for 1995 Barnes, yellow, black, and red, those gonna be like, damn, that's pretty much gonna be all the votes you're gonna see in terms of which table they sitting at. And it would even be closer than the previous year again. And it would be extremely close between Yellow Table, red, and black. That shit would be close. That shit would be close as hell. That shit would be close as hell. Like, I honestly can't tell you who I feel like would win. Between red, yellow, and black for 95 Barnes. I honestly can't tell you who I think would win, bruh. Between yellow, red, and black, that shit. between all three would be close. That shit would be close as hell. Damn, bro. That shit would be so close, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. But yellow, red, and black is definitely like representing all three. I mean, it's definitely representing the 1995 babies. At first, I was gonna do like which ones I think will win later on, but I might as well just do it while I'm doing the year. Between yellow, black, and red, who I think will like have the most votes for 95 babies? I think it would still be between yellow and red, even though the black table would be right there, definitely. I still feel like it would be between yellow and red. And it will really just come down to what niggas like more. Do they like shit with fighting and action, or do they like comedies more? That's what it really comes down to, bro. That's what it really comes down to. But the black table wouldn't be too far behind at all. In terms of the most votes, that shit would damn near be even between yellow and red, bro. Like, even with black, kind of. But I still feel like between yellow and red, that shit would be like even as hell, though. Like, I honestly don't know who would win that. It depends who you goddamn ask, like what group of niggas you ask and who you run into that day. So I honestly feel like it could go either way for 95 Barnes between red and yellow. It could go either way, bro. Like, it could go either way, bro. Damn. Ooh, that's hard, bro. I'm trying to choose. That shit could really go either way. I might give it a red, though. I might give it a red. In yellow, though, like, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of niggas in 95 love the shit out of Ed, Edd n Eddy, though. Like, that's the thing, bro. This shit hard as hell. This shit hard as hell. I'm gonna give it a yellow slightly, just slightly. So I feel like the order would still be yellow, red, then black. It'll be close as shit. It will be so goddamn close, like between all three, but mainly with yellow and red though. Now for 1996 Borns, I feel like it would still be yellow table, black table definitely, red table definitely. And I could also see some niggas picking purple. Not too many niggas, but I can see some niggas picking purple for I can see some niggas born some 96 babies picking purple. You got Courage the Cowardly Dog in there, so you got them. Camp Lazlo in there. I know a lot of 96 borns that fuck with Camp Lazlo. And then you got Chowder. Some of them fucked with Chowder too. So I feel like some of them would pick Purple Table too. So Purple Table finally in this bitch. So for 1996 Borns, it'll be yellow table, black table, purple, and red. But I still feel like this one will really be close between. For this one, I ain't gonna lie. For 1996 babies, I feel like red table will win, but it will be close as shit. It will be close as hell. I feel like red table actually wins, but it'll be tight between red, yellow, and black. I feel like purple will be on there, but the main race would be between red, yellow, and black. But for this one, I feel like red would win slightly. Black table Now it's close between black and yellow. Will black table be second or would yellow table be second? It really depends. For 96, honestly, it could go all three. Like, I could see yellow table winning. I could see black table winning, and I could see red table winning. But I feel like red would slightly win. But who's second if red wins though for 96 babies? Who would be second? I think second might go to black. I think black might get second, bruh. Yeah, I think black will slightly get second. So for 96 babies, red is first, just barely. Black table's right behind him. Then yellow table, then purple. I feel like it would mainly be between red, black, and yellow. But purple will have several votes too. Like purple wouldn't be close to like none of them. But purple will have a good amount of votes representing for the 96 babies. So yeah, red, black, yellow, then purple. So for 1997 babies, you got red table. I feel like, niggas gonna be voting for red table. Niggas definitely voting for black. Niggas voting for yellow table. Niggas voting for purple table. And I also feel like niggas would be voting for pink table too for 1997 babies. Niggas would definitely be voting for pink table because you got Ben 10, Justice League, and then there's probably some 97 babies. There's probably a couple of them that like flapjacks. I can see some niggas picking pink. But yeah, for them, for 1997 babies, I definitely feel like black table will win. Black table would definitely have the most votes. Yeah, black table. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Cold Nick, Kids Next Door, and The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Yeah, black. I feel like black table would definitely have the most votes for 97 babies. I feel like all of them will have a good amount of votes. Like black table will have a lot of votes. Purple table will have a lot of votes. Red table will still have a lot of votes. Yellow table will still have a lot of votes. I feel like pink table wouldn't have a lot of votes, but pink table will have several. They'll have a couple of votes. They'll at least represent the chart a little bit, but I feel like black table will be first. Red table will be second. I feel like red will still be second. In terms of third, I feel like yellow table will still be third at least. Purple table would definitely be fourth though. Purple table would definitely be up there. Purple table will be fourth. Pink would be fifth. So how I have it, black would definitely have the most. It wouldn't be a blowout, but black will win by a good amount. I feel like most of them niggas is really fucking with that black table. So black table is definitely the majority, but you still have a lot of niggas choosing red, a lot of niggas choosing yellow. You have a lot of niggas choosing purple, and some would choose pink. So niggas would be all over the place. But I feel like black would definitely win for 1997 babies. Now, for 1998 babies, I feel like you had the same tables. You had the black table definitely, purple table definitely. You definitely have the purple table representing. You have more niggas choosing the pink table too. You'll still have niggas choosing the red table. You'll still have yellow in there. And I can see some niggas choosing the white table too because of Total Drama. And also Star Wars, The Clone Wars. I know some niggas like Star Wars. I never really cared for Star Wars, but so 1998 borns, like late 90s borns, nigga, goddamn, they got a lot of tables, goddamn. Some will be black, some red, some will be pink for 1998, some will be yellow, some will be purple, some will be white. For 1998 borns, I definitely feel like Black Table would definitely win. Yeah, Black Table would definitely win for them. But you still have a lot of niggas choosing red. You still have niggas choosing yellow. Still pink. Still have niggas choosing purple. You still have niggas choosing white. So in terms of like the rankings, I feel like Black Table would definitely be first. Black Table will be first. In terms of second, that's tough. Ooh. In terms of second, I feel like 98 borns really fucking that purple table. But they'll be really fucking that red table. I feel like red would still be second. Red will be second. In terms of third, I feel like yellow would still be third because of Ed, Edd n Eddy. Mainly because of Ed, Edd n Eddy. So yellow would be third. And then but purple will be right behind him, fourth. Purple will definitely be right behind him in fourth. There's a lot of niggas definitely choosing purple. Fifth would be the pink table because of Ben 10, definitely. And then six would be the white table. I don't feel like it'll be too many votes for the white table. It'll just be a couple of votes, not that much. But pink table will have a couple. Purple will have a lot. Yellow, red, and black will have a lot. But I feel black is winning. Black will have the most votes. Definitely will have the most votes for 98 borns. So that's how I feel. Black will have a lot. Red will be behind them. Red, yellow, and purple will be close as hell. Like, those three will be, like, really close. But I feel like red will still slightly win with yellow behind it, then purple. Pink a little bit behind them, then white. White wouldn't have that many votes, but they'll still represent. Now, for 1999 borns, 1999 babies, I feel like Black Table is definitely winning again. You'll definitely see Purple Table on there representing. You'll still see Red Table on there. Definitely see Pink. Some of them will choose the White Table. You'll still have Yellow Table on there a little bit. Not that much though, but you still have Yellow Table on there. And I even feel like some will even choose the Blue Table, so we have the Blue Table. So again, I have a lot of options, nigga. I still feel like the Black Table would definitely win for 1999 borns. The Black Table definitely winning because they was growing up smack dead in that era, like that mid 2000s era. Like, was definitely a huge part of their childhood. Because that Black Table was really Cartoon Network era from, like, 2004 to, like, mid 2008. So, them niggas was goddamn 5 to 9 years old during that Black Table era. So, yeah, Black Table was definitely winning in huge numbers for 1999 borns. In terms of who will come second, I feel like Purple Table will come second. Purple Table will definitely come second. Well, I ain't gonna say definitely, but I feel like Purple Table will come second. Between Courage, Chowder, and Camp Lazlo, yeah, I feel like Purple Table will come second for them. They'll have a good amount of votes. In terms of third, I feel like Red will probably come in third. Excuse me. I could see Red coming in third. I could see Yellow coming in fourth because of Ed, Edd n Eddy. I could see Pink coming in fifth because of Ben 10 and Flapjack and Justice League 2. 6 would be the Blue Table because of Adventure Time mainly. And probably Regular Show. And then white table will be 7th, but the white table have a couple of votes because of Total Drama and then Star Wars. So they'll have a couple of votes, but I feel like black will definitely win though. Black will have like the most votes. Purple table will have a lot too. Red will have a couple. Yellow will have a couple. Pink will have several, mainly because of Ben 10 and Flapjack. Blue will have a few, and then white is just a few. So yeah, 1999 they'll be all over the goddamn place. But I still feel like black will win definitely. So for
Fuck up and take these timbers to Kansas.